Today I'm showing you how I made this hamster hutch. It's got removable levels, 2 of them, good ventilation on the holes and a clear screen. Right, to start this I've cut all these down to size to make it easier. These are just 3 foot by 1.5. Start making a box. The easiest way for me to do that here. That can be the base. I'm going to glue and screw that. This will be the back. We'll cut the sides in half, put them on. Now anything that I'm gluing inside, I've been told to use some stuff called Mod Podge. I'll show you that later. It's basically a non-toxic glue. This doesn't matter too much because I doubt the hamster's going to get to it. Right, so I've got my fence set to 17.25. The reason why one end was 17.25, if not it would have been like that. You would have had a 3/4 inch gap because of the MDF. But with that cut, square here, square here. If you're wondering why I don't screw right at the top, please check out my other tips video. Very important. And like any other project, remember, if you can, wipe the glue now. The next step, this is going to be the lid. I'm going to have it sit within the edges. So I need to get rid of 1.5 inches because of these two, and then 3/4 inch at the back. And then we can worry about putting in some air holes and 2 handles so it can be lifted off. Right, so what I was going to do was just put in a lot of holes for ventilation. Now shout out to Ellie Victoria. I'm basically copying the box that she made. So if you want to know more about hamsters, because I don't have a clue, watch her video. I'll link it there and there. A lot of people in the comments are saying to have mesh for better airflow. This is for an animal, so I am going to do that now. I'll cut out maybe 3 rectangles here, put chicken wire over them, and then a nice border to protect the edges again. And then the 2 strips in the middle will be used for the handles. This is some wire mesh, so the hamster or whatever rodent you want to have can't get through the holes, and they don't like to chew through it, but that's enough for ventilation. And then what I'm going to cover that with, I've just cut down some 2cm strips from the plywood, MDF, sorry, and they will cover that. It'll be a nice border and it will make it safe when you're using the handles. So I'm going to cut these to size and then just hold them in with some screws, then that's ready to paint. So what I've got here is some 7cm strips. That's going to go on the front of the box on the outside. That will give me some sort of support for the plexiglass. So we'll have one down here at the bottom, the other one at the top, 2 on the sides. Drop the plastic behind it and we'll cut a few more to stop it falling in. So we've got the box. I've filled and sanded these holes. We've got our lid. The next step with this is to paint it. While that dries, we can work on the, I don't know what you call them, platforms for the inside, and trimming the plastic to go inside. Once the paint is dry, it can all go in. So here's the 2 platforms. One's just going to have a nice rounded edge, and then this section, this bit will be cut out, leads up for the steps. So I'll do that with a jigsaw. This I may first start with the table saw. Now we need to work on 2 ladders. I'm just cutting a few bits down to size now, so basically the supports under the shelves, the supports for the lid and the stairs. Now this one, just because it had, or I want it to have, just like Ellie Victoria's design, a little barrier there, there and there, is not really enough to screw anything into there, so I'll put another 9mm underneath and then I can screw that into there. There is that platform. Perfect. Remember, the ladder's gonna go there. We're gonna do that probably with just some hooks. This small one doesn't need anything. The ladder will go there. So we just need to make some legs. So I've got a pine dowel here. This is actually 35mm, quite thick as you can see. So I've got 7 inches here, that will be for the smaller platform, and I've got 11 inches here, which will be the bigger one. Right, so now we're nearly done. Got some lollipop sticks here. I'm just going to glue these onto the ladder. I've been told to use something similar to this. This is Mod Podge. It's basically glue, but it's not toxic to animals. And then the entire base of the box will be covered in this, just to stop it warping, rotting, whatnot, if it gets pissed on or wet. The handles will fit to the lid afterwards, just simple handles. Right, hopefully you can see what I'm doing. So this is the base of the platform on this side, so I just want to give myself a guide. Which will be the top of the braces. And now this should sit just like that. This part of the skirting and the 2 sides, I will just try and use this stuff. So I've just made this simple square frame that slots in here. The plastic, I won't peel this off just yet. Try not to peel off the protective film until you're ready to use your product. The frame does need securing, but to test this out, perfect. To give you a closer look, you can see the framing, the plastic, there's the gap where the plastic sits. And there we have it, guys. This is done. Looks amazing with the clear front, handles and ventilation on the lid. So we've got the small platform and the ladder. These just come off like that. I've used these very small hooks. There may be a better way to go about this, but I've just copied the design. They go on just like that. Same with this one. Probably makes it easier for cleaning or something. The entire platform does come away if you need it to. So these are very sturdy. Clear front. The way I've done it, if you do need to remove it, you will be able to just slide it up and out. So thanks for watching. Don't forget to check out Ellie Victoria's channel. I'll have it linked. She knows a lot more about hamsters because I know nothing. And stay tuned because the next video is of a walk-in wardrobe room that I've done. Amazing. You don't want to miss it.